Time now for Crime Stoppers, and with us today, Rochester Police Sergeant Charles Zlotkus, and he is with the RPD Economics Crime Unit, and is also on the Monroe County Enhanced Multidisciplinary Team. That's a mouthful. Tell us about the E-MDT, about this team.
The E-MDT team is simply a group of professionals. There's typically 12 different organizations that show up, and we review cases of elder financial abuse.
Okay.
And we try to come up with strategies to stop the financial abuse and to get the money back if possible.
Are these often the 12 groups that come together, groups impacting seniors maybe, for example?
Yep. It's through lifespan, the group meets, and it's law enforcement, DA's office, geriatric psychiatrists from Strong, different law firms, accounting firms.
All of them are sort of focused on the same thing. There's a lot of scams out there, and I feel like they get more and more sophisticated, and it's almost to the point where they could fool anyone of any age, these scam artists.
Right, they can, but the people that have most of the money currently are the elderly. They have nest eggs.
They've been around longer.
They've been around longer, and they're not used to all the different strategies that people are trying to get their money.
What are some of them?
The big one right now with the winter time and now the spring is the contractor scams. There's a lot of good contractors out there, but there's a lot of them that are out there preying upon the elderly, telling them that they need certain work done on their roofs and stuff like that. We do a lot of work with the Better Business Bureau, and the thing they really got to do is get three estimates, because you don't just take the word of somebody that shows up at your house. I mean, their biggest investment is their house, so they want to protect it, but your best way to protect it is by doing your research.
Okay.
Don't just go by the first person that shows
or
up.
Some guy that gives you a handshake and says, I'll be here on Thursday, gives you a handshake and says, you know.
Well, handshakes worked back years ago, but
not
anymore. So they have to get in tune with today's technology and just do some research, whether it's making some phone calls. A lot of churches have their bulletin boards and different things that they hand out that's got different contractors and stuff on it, the Better Business Bureau, Angie's List. There's all different ones that you can check with, and just always get 3 estimates. And the other one is the phone calls. A lot of elderly and a lot of people in general believe who's calling them. And if somebody calls you, never give them your name, date of birth, social security number, credit card information, bank account information. It doesn't matter if they say they're from RG&E or any other utility company or anything else like that. What they need to do is, if they didn't initiate the call themselves, don't give that information out. Somebody does call you and say you owe a bill or something like that, say thank you, I will take care of it, and just call the company number that's in the phone book.
And ask them, say, do I owe you money, or you call them, basically.
Don't, because these people are very good at social engineering, getting people to like them over the phone and then give them all the information, so you have to be careful.
What do you do if, say you go over your mom's house and she tells you about this phone call that she had? Oh, so-and-so from such and such organization called, and I gave them my information, and you as the, in my case, daughter, go, I can see a problem forming, I can see a problem coming.
Right.
What do I, as the daughter, or...
You could put a credit alert on their financials, so you can simply call Experian or Equifax, and you can put an alert out there that, their information might have been stolen or compromised. Or you can simply call, like, I gave it for RG&E, you can call RG&E and confirm that they got that information.
Wait, you mentioned Experian or Equifax. I've heard those names, but I really don't know what they do.
And TransUnion. They're the credit reporting companies that all the credit card companies go to and see how your credit rating is. You always see like Credit Karma and those kind of companies out there. But you're able to get a free credit report every year.
Okay, so it shouldn't cost anything. That was my next question.
Right. But
it's annualcreditreport.com.
Annualcreditreport.com. Don't go to freecreditreport.com or any free things, because eventually it costs you.
Right.
Annualcreditreport.com.
Annualcreditreport.com gives you a free credit report from each company. So you can literally do it every 4 months. You can just pick one company and do the credit report with each company spread out throughout the whole year. So
and that's
that'll help
something we
you
can
monitor.
all do.
Yep.
It doesn't matter if how
we can
old
do it.
you are.
You can do it for your parents. You can do it for yourself. And I would do it for your kids. So a lot of people steal the kids' information, and by the time your kid applies for loans 10, 15, 20 years from now,
they're in trouble already.
They're already in trouble.
We really appreciate your time, Sergeant. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Local headlines coming up next.